Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me today. Hi to any new subscribers. I've had a few new over the last week or so. So welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. And hi to all my other subscribers. Thanks for sticking around and still being here because I've been a little bit AWOL lately. So I did update you a little bit before. So this is a weigh-in update, but I'll just update you now on the situation. So it's quite a sensitive subject, obviously, but I just need to make all women out there so aware and how important it is to make sure that you have your smear test when you're called for them. I hear so many times people don't want to go because they're embarrassed. You know, they just feel degraded by it. Then I hear people have had like telling them they're due it, but they haven't got round to booking the appointment. They just can't fit it in. They can't find time. Well, I've never ever been like that. I've always booked my smear tests as and when I get them because I'm quite aware that, it's important. So I'm not one of those that have ever not booked it. But I can't stress enough how important it is. So I had my smear test Christmas time, and a week last Wednesday, well, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow, I had the results come through. It took forever. I thought they were never going to come. Anyway, it came through and it said I had high levels of HPV in there and I needed to go to a hospital appointment and to make sure I take somebody with me because I could be having treatment done that day. So took my husband with me, of course, like, because he's a very supportive husband, and he came. I was a bag of nerves. When I say a bag of nerves, I was horrendous. Hence, the Summer World journey was out the window, but we'll go back to that in a minute. I was so nervous. All I kept thinking was the treatment was because, I was thinking they're going to say that I got the C word. And all I kept thinking was, cervical cancer. And it was just all going through my head. And I was really, really stressed about it. So finally the day come for us to go to the appointment last Thursday. So we got there and I hadn't slept for days, for nights and nights, just thinking all the worst things possible. Anyway, I went in. Unfortunately, my husband couldn't come. But anyway, I went into what I thought was just going to be a little chat. But actually, she sat me down and talked me through everything, how the situation was and what was going to be done. So I never even had a chance to go back to my husband. It was like, okay, so tell me this. Then I went in the next room on the chair and kind of like, how you do a smear. But and there was a screen up here so I could see if I wanted to look at what was happening. I had a local anaesthetic down there, which that was probably the worst part about it. Anyway, yeah, so she removed the patch of HPV from me and then done like a little biopsy. So now the situation is that she took all that away. They check now to make sure that there is nothing else, which she's quite sure there wasn't, so fingers crossed. So then I have to wait for the results, which she said could be up to 8 weeks, which is such a long time. And then as long as everything's okay, it didn't show anything, then it would be go to my GP in 6 months for a smear test. If it did show anything, then I would go back to her and then, have more treatment. So fingers crossed it's gone and it, doesn't come back. But the thing is, because your immunity fights this infection apparently, and I have an extremely low immunity through different health conditions I have and the medication I take. So that is the only thing that's like worrying me, because I haven't got the immunity. So as you can hear in my voice as well, I have had the worst cold ever. It has been so, so bad. And I think it's been just because I've been so run down and everything. And my sinuses have been awful. And then one day last week, I think it was last Wednesday, might have been Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. Out of nowhere, I had a black eye just appear from absolutely nowhere. It was so strange because the kids were off for half term. We was all in the house. My mum had visited. Fine. Mum went. About half an hour later, after Mum had gone, Amber said to me, "Oh my God, Mum," she said, "what's wrong with your eye?" She said, "It's black." And yeah, just like that, I had a black eye. So that was great. You know, I was going around with a black eye. But yeah, I have really, really suffered. And I've suffered as well because I've put the junk food into me. And then, yeah, so I just wanted to stress how important getting these smear tests really are. And, you know, she said to me, I done the right thing, come in there and then having this treatment, because it's if you don't have it treated, then that's when it's likely to sort of go into other things. So all we can do now is fingers crossed that it stays away. Anyway, I shan't harp on about that anymore. But thank you to everybody that has been messaging me and asking if I'm okay and if everything went okay. So I think, I hope I've got round back to everybody. I'm just starting to sort of sort myself out again, because as I say, I just got in such a state about it all. So now my Slimming World journey starts again. I'll just put a little clip of my book here for you. So here we are. Last week, you can see I stayed the same. I stayed the same the week before that as well. And then this week, +4. So last week I didn't do a video because I just, I couldn't face just sitting here and talking to you. So I just put a community post up. So I had a maintain last week, I had a maintain the week before, and then today I went, and I knew it was going to be a gain because you can tell by the way you feel. And I've eaten pretty rubbish, to be honest. I don't need to go into great detail, but I've had fish and chips and I've had a Chinese. So yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be pretty. But I accepted that. You know, I decided that I was going to eat it. Kind of, it was supposed to be comforting me, but in the long run, it didn't. It probably did at the time, but now, obviously, I just think to myself, you know, I had this awful scare that now I need to keep my body healthy. I need to feed my body the good stuff and not the rubbish, and just be as healthy as possible. So yeah, I stood on the scales today and I gained that £4, which it wasn't any surprise whatsoever, you know, but obviously I'm still gutted that I have done it to myself, because where, you know, I had a £7 loss a few weeks ago, I'm down to like, I've only lost 2.5 for this new journey that I started. And I started it when, well, my first official weigh-in was 9th of January. So yeah, so as from the 9th of January, I've lost 2.5 pounds, which is ridiculous. But I'm just telling myself now that this is it, you know, the line's drawn, good and proper drawn with that thick black line, and I've got to get on with it. I've got to get on with it. I can't be messing about anymore. I mean, when I am on it, I really am on it. But it just takes a little trigger, and then Obviously, this hasn't been a little trigger, but I haven't been in the best frames of mind for anything, to be honest. Everything has taken sort of a, I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think what I'm trying to say. It's just, everything's been on pause, but now I have to get on with it. If I waited another 8 weeks till my results come, then, and at the end of the day, that was there has gone now, so we just got to hope that everything will be okay. So yeah, a fresh start today. I have got my food diary ready. I've done my shopping today, which there will be a video up after this of my shopping haul. So there's no excuses now to have a good week, and I would like to get a big chunk of that £4 off if I can. But if you've been watching me a while, you know that I am quite a slow loser. I'm a very fast gainer, but a slow loser. So we will see. I mean, I'd like to say that I'd lose at least 2 of it. In our group today, there's several people that are struggling, I think. It kind of think, it's like it's February, isn't it? Everyone was like, bang, wham, go for it in January. And then February, everyone sort of dwindles off a little bit. Same as in the gym. Come the 1st of January is heaving, and then it starts dwindling off. Although I haven't been to the gym because, not that they said I couldn't go to the gym, but Neil, my husband, is like, I wouldn't get rushing back there. You don't want to do any damage, because I did have a couple of stitches. So yeah, so I can't swim for 4 weeks. I can't go in a hot bath for 4 weeks. Can't do a certain other thing for 4 weeks, if you get what I mean. Yeah, so he was like, well, look, let's just take it easy now for a week before you go back to the gym. So I am planning on going back there tomorrow or Thursday, I think. But yeah, so there was a few in group today, like a £2. That's all they're going to be aiming for, is £2 next week. So if I go into that group as well to aim for £2, then anything more will be an absolute bonus. I mean, I'd love to get the £4 off in one go, but we will see. We will see. So I think that's it. That's all I've got to say. And I'm sure you can still hear in my voice, I'm still not quite right with this cold, but I guess I just need to build my, well, if I start being healthy, eating will help, because it definitely does make you feel a lot worse eating this junk, I think. So anyway, so that is my weighing update, and I am going to be back hopefully now most days. I'm going to try every day, but most days, to record what I'm eating, because it definitely does help and keeps me on track. As I've said to you before, it is quite often just basically what I've eaten for the day, nothing else. But that is what it's all about for me, is just to track, keep on top of what I'm eating. So yeah. Anyway, on a bit more news as well. Amber has now got her new car that she's going to be learning to drive in. She was going privately with having driving lessons, but it's so expensive. So she has now got her own car. So we are taking her out and giving her some lessons ourselves, which obviously will save money in the long run. So yeah, a bit of exciting news for her there. So anyway, I'm going to go, and I will see you tomorrow. I will put what I eat in a day up for you tomorrow. I've got Wednesdays are my really busy day, but I need to be organised. I need to take food to eat on the go, which is what I will be planning tonight. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging around for me, and I look forward to you sharing and supporting me on this journey, because yeah, I really need to lose. What I want to lose is, I've got 1 stone and 12 pound to lose now to get to the weight that I want to be. So yeah, quite a lot of work ahead for me, but I'll just keep chipping away, and hopefully I will get there sometime. Anyway, I'm not putting a time frame on it. I'm not putting that stress onto me. Anyway, I'm going to go and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.